Hello and welcome to the stream, everyone. Let me know if you can hear me clearly. This is a live stream where I'm gonna build again in Elementor V4. I love to do this, I love to practice, and it seems like you guys love it too, because at this point the live streams are getting quite popular, I would say. I mean, some live streams are even doing better than normal videos. But for me, this is really the place to practice, to do crazy stuff. And even though today's stream is not that crazy, we're just gonna practice with Elementor V4 again, this time a beginner-friendly design. I will show it to you right now, and then I will welcome everyone in the stream. This is not a tutorial, guys, so if you're watching this back later, it is not a tutorial. This is a live build, so things can go wrong. It's real, it's raw, it's fun, and this is what we're gonna build. It's a simple section, okay, but it's perfect because we can try to make it a little bit more complex, right? So what I have in mind is a few things. First, I want to make sure that it's percentage that the box container is percentage wise, so that it's fully responsive, which is a challenge. And then I want to add 2 hovers to see if that's possible in the new Elementor. So once you hover over this card, it should go up. And then once you go hover on this little button, it should rotate a little bit. So let's see if we can do a hover on top of a hover. I made this design in Figma, as you can see. And these illustrations are from Envato. So I can just use this. Okay, it's not a stolen design or something. I recreated it from a design I saw online. And actually this design comes from or is made for the community, because I haven't really shared that much about it, but I'm also building a community online or in Circle, which is a platform where I host my courses, and I want to do more community stuff there. And I want to do a monthly website building challenge so that we have something to work on, right? Because most of the time we don't really have something to work on unless we really, force ourselves to make something. Because client projects are often not the best way to practice. I mean, you learn a lot from it, but it's these kinds of things you can really like spend time on the details. There's no deadline. It's just nice. So I just want to do it here. This was actually the challenge for January. January is almost over, so now I'm just gonna do it myself, and then inside of the community we can compare with each other, which is fun. But hey, welcome to the stream. I have the comments open here on the left, so let's see where you guys are watching from. We have Fasal Khan from Pakistan. I learned a lot from you, thank you. We have Der Greven from Germany. Hollander, yes. Euskirchen. Grüße nach Euskirchen. Where is that? It sounds Germany. Oh yeah, it's Germany. Munsterland. Oh, Munster. Yeah, I know the city Munster. I've been there. We have people watching from Greece, another person also with the name Khan from Pakistan. Reminds me of that old conqueror, Genghis Khan. Oh, and more people from Pakistan. Wow, that's a lot. Hey, have you tried Edge? No, I have not. I have not tried Edge, and I am not going to, because I think Edge is a step backwards instead of a step forward. But that's a topic for another day. Nigeria, we have Sri Lanka, we have Belgium, Namaste from India. Very nice. I just recently learned what Namaste means. Italy, India. Wait, is it the same guy? No. Did I already click on that? I don't know. Oh, no, we have two guys from India. Another person from Italy, Belgium, Haiti. Haiti, is that an island? Where is that? Where is that? I don't know. Bali. Hey, Bali. Nice. I have lived a long time in Bali. I love Bali. Soon going back to Bali. Bali feels like my second house. Stuttgart, that's of course also Germany. Another person from Pakistan. Istanbul, Turkey. And another person from Pakistan. So many Pakistan here. Yeah, so welcome to the stream, everybody. Very nice that you're here. We're gonna do some fun stuff. We're gonna build together. And of course, we're also going to talk a little bit, but I don't want this stream to be too long. I want to keep it a little bit short, because last stream was also quite simple, I guess. But then it turned out to be 2.5 hours, because I keep chatting with you guys, and I love chatting with you guys. But my goal for this year was to make the streams a little bit less long, because I can imagine, I've heard that from a few people. You see my stream, the replay showing up on YouTube, and then you see like 3.5 hours, and you're like, yeah, who has time for that? And I am just, you know, geeking out over something, just spending my time on it. But I made a goal for this year to make the streams less long and have more of a concrete goal. So not just a creative exploration where we go to the moon. No, we just have a goal, okay? And today's goal is this. This is the goal. It's one section we're going to create. We're fully going to start from zero in WordPress. I'm going to start up so you can actually join me, honestly. Yeah, maybe you can share the link to this file. If you guys also want to practice. Is that a cool idea? Yeah, that's a cool idea. That's a really cool idea. Let's see if I can share the link. Oh wait, I cannot share a link in the comments section because YouTube filters that out. Okay, think with me in the comments, please, how we can make that happen, because it would be cool if some of you guys can join as well. Originally, these challenges were only for the pro community, which is the paid community, but I haven't really launched that officially yet, and I decided to move these challenges to the main community, because I just want people to join, and the pro community has enough value. So that's a change that I'm making, which I haven't applied yet on the platform. I should actually first tell my people. But yeah, okay, so can you just explain a few words where I just step back? Yes, I will. I'm actually working on a video on why hand coding front-end stuff is a step backwards. I don't know if we will get to that in this stream. I want to focus on this, but sometimes we go off a little bit, okay? Oh, we have people here from Estonia, Germany, Berlin, nice, Mozambique, and yeah, now you got some work to do. Yeah, I got some work to do, exactly. So we should focus. And last stream, by the way, I think I should show that. We did something. We rebuilt my website. So let's switch to the browser. Okay, so in last stream, we built this, okay? Completely with Elementor V4. It has like super smooth hover animations, as you can see right here. I will show you the end result. Yeah, look at that. I added like very subtle details. Like this is what makes Elementor V4 so nice. You can add like a few different effects. It goes up. The blur changes, the border color changes, and there is a purple blur coming from the bottom, all on the hover. That was not possible before in V3. I love these little details. I don't know about you, but these kinds of things make me really happy. But I had a problem because apparently on mobile phone, it kept showing two columns. Yeah, like this box was basically like this, and then there was another box next to it, and it kept failing. And I asked help on Twitter. I was like, guys, help me, please. I don't know what I'm doing wrong because I set it up correctly in Elementor. And, you know, some people were like, just hand code it. Well, the actual problem was my caching plugin. You will not believe it. I will show it because these kinds of things can set us back so immensely. Hey Born. Born is a very common viewer of the stream, so welcome back. Do you have someone create the icons for you? No. Oh, that's also a good point about the icons, because we didn't fix that last time. So, but let me first talk about the caching, because that's interesting, and then we will get to the build. Okay, guys. So, where was it? I think it was here. Yeah. Apparently, this was the issue. And there was one other mobile page, a mobile setting. Here, notice you need to turn mobile caching on to get the maximum results. So yeah, so cache mobile need to be turned off, and also the guest mode need to be turned off, and that solved the problem. So I was just looking at an older version of the website, but I set it up correctly. So you don't need to use a custom code to achieve everything. Sometimes it's just in another. It's just a setting somewhere, you know. And also what happens often is that you just need to clear Elementor's cache from the tools. Here, they changed the menu. It now looks like this. Yeah, you just need to clear the cache like this, and that also often solves problems. So if you really don't know what went wrong, why your front end is not the same as your editor, then it's probably something with cache. So actually, while you're developing, it's better to not have a caching plugin, which I actually teach, but I forgot to do that myself. That happens sometimes when you teach. You teach something and then you forget it yourself. You give your best friend relationship advice, and then you make the exact same mistake with the next person. Okay. That was funny. Yeah, okay, let's quickly check the comments, then I'm going to start up my WordPress studio and we're going to start. Caching is an issue sometimes, yes. Pursue it after every update, yes. Hand coding, best answer. Yeah, not always, huh? Not always. Oh yeah, the icons, I should show the icons. I am in the pro community and I was wondering if sending a suggestion to buy a plugin with a referral is allowed. Okay, so for this kind of stuff, just email me, okay? You have my email if you're in the pro community, or send me a DM on Circle. I'm not exactly sure what you mean with this question. So just send me a DM and then we can discuss it. Yeah, and we have Dennis as well, a long-time viewer of the stream. Welcome back. You also have light speed on which caching? Yeah. So I have light speed caching on for this website, but I think I just now did the lowest preset or the basic preset. Here, backup created. Apply the advanced preset. Wait, which one is it? 2026. Before apply advanced. Okay, so now I'm still on this. Okay, yeah, so that's what it was. I turned down the aggressiveness of the caching because I thought that was the solution. It wasn't. It was the guest mode and the mobile. So then I turned it back on because I want good caching. I want good page speed. And then I just turn off the settings that would actually solve the problem. And you know who helped me find the problem? ChatGPT. Thank you, AI. That's amazing. You know what? I know what you guys want. You guys want a page speed test. So let's do that. And also let me show the icon. So here I first had a icon, the old widget basically, the social media icons, but now I converted it to SVG, so now it's like super clean. I just downloaded SVGs from a Font Awesome website. Okay, so if you don't know, many of the icons in many page builders actually come from Font Awesome, which is a font that has icons in it. So you just go here. It's a little bit more work, but there is a TikTok icon. You just go in here, you download the SVG, and then you upload it. It's not the best workflow, or it is the best workflow, but not the easy, not the fastest, but it is the best for performance. So sometimes you need to, you know, decide what you want. But yeah, let's do a little speed test. Let's see if my skills are actually true or are actually good. I think it should be good now. Well, let's also purge the page. Let's clean it completely, and then we're gonna do a speed test, and then I'm gonna start up WordPress Studio. We're gonna get into the builds. I'm now building a site, and I only use 9 plugins, dynamic data. Yeah, nice. Yeah, I mean, it's not always true that the less plugins is always the better, but flat icon is an option I use for SVGs. Yeah, flat icon is also good. I've used that a lot. I manually configure the cache system for each option, as I'm not a big fan of presets. Oh yeah, I mean, if you know what you're doing, that's of course better. But these presets, I mean, you hope that you can trust them, right? Okay. Page speed test. Let's drop it in and let's see what's happening. I've had a 90+ score before. So, okay, we have passed. This all looks good. Pretty good, I would say. But yeah, we have to do more tests, you know. We have to build full websites and then test it to see the difference in version 3 and version 4, which is going to be very interesting. Many people want to know that. And there we go. Well, that looks pretty good to me. And I'm not even that great in optimizing. And you know, I want to say one thing here. People obsess over this, but it's not always the page builder's fault. It's often also hosting or caching or other plugins that are stopping, that are loading before the website loads. So I had a redirect plugin installed on this website, which apparently loaded before the content of the website, which added like a quarter of a second. And that's huge in page speed. So, but yeah, I'm pretty happy with this. Oh, 90 and 90 now. Could be higher. But hey, this is a good sign, right? It doesn't have to be 100. Actually, many big websites that we use every day are actually have not great scores. Just wanted to put that out there because I know people really obsess over this kind of stuff. But I don't think that that's necessary. I think if you get 80, 90+, it's good enough. You know, you should accept good enough in life. Come on. I was a massive perfectionist before. Like, it was so intense. It really influenced my whole life. Okay, but come on. We're gonna start. The tool that we're gonna use to create is WordPress Studio. It's made by Automatic. It's a very good product. Normally, I used local WP, which is also good. You have more options here, but often I don't use these options, and the experience with WordPress Studio is better. It just runs on your machine. It's available for Mac and for Windows. They even have an Intel version. Wow. Look at that. That's what WordPress is really good at, actually. The company, the people that do this, they make sure that it works for everyone in every situation. That's incredible. So yeah, let me show you. Let's switch to WordPress Studio so you guys can also see. All right. Why don't you use hosting to create a website without domain connected to it? Yeah, I could also do that. But this runs on my local machine, which should be the fastest way because it's local and I don't want loading issues. Unless, sometimes local can also cause problems, so then we can go to hosting here. But okay, we're just gonna add a site. And what is our project called? It's, it's a finance website. So we're just gonna call it finance site 1. Whatever, add site. See how easy that was? Incredible. We're just waiting a few seconds. It's just downloading the latest version of WordPress and then putting it on a folder on my computer. And that's it. Now it's done. We can log in. There's even shortcuts here to go to certain parts. Where you can click on add WP admin over here. And boom, there we go. Now we're having a clean WordPress install that runs on my machine. If I may just throw this in, Elementor editor has become slower in recent days, not faster. Well. This is the case with WP Rocket, Lightspeed, and Performance. Well, I don't know if I agree with that, because Elementor V4 is a lot faster. But right now, we are in a situation where V3 and V4 lives both in the editor, which isn't ideal. But V4 is a lot lighter because the atomic elements are very minimal and you can feel the speed in the editor. So yeah, the current version with version 3 is not the fastest because it's been a growing monster almost. I don't want to say that, but it is a little bit the case, especially if you install a lot of stuff. So, I mean, this is one of the reasons why they rebuilt everything, because people were not happy with the performance. Local is faster, yeah. I don't know, for me, Elementor is faster these days. Yeah, I mean, I know they have been releasing a lot of performance features over the last 2 years because people wanted more speed, and now they were rebuilding the whole builder. So it should be a lot faster, but we'll see. We'll see. Let's do it together, okay? Let's just do it together. We're gonna start. We're just gonna make one section. It's gonna be really easy. Yeah, and actually, in the future, we are gonna have hopefully a lot of good AI integrated in the builder, and that will make the building process a lot faster. So I think that in the future we also have to spend less time in the actual builder, but that's just a weird prediction from me. But yeah, in general, I think V4 is going to be a lot faster than V3. I will wait to see what happens when the next version. Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's what we're doing here, right? We're just testing, or we're just practicing with the new builder. VPN is a long time coming. Yeah, optimization probably seem to be something to look forward to. Yes, exactly. Sorry, I'm late. Did Elementor mention how many widgets will get a V4? No, they did not. But I know they're slowly replacing widgets. We're right now we have like, I don't know, 12 maybe. Sent you the 2 HTML files via Discord. Oh, I don't know if I still have the Discord, Patrick. Raw code, one headline, Elementor V4, HTML, only 3 lines of code over one headline. Okay, please, Patrick, can you? I will open my Discord, but can you please just provide me a screenshot, okay, instead of the files, of maybe the difference. Then I can show it, because it's very interesting what you're saying, but I need to show it. Okay. Not sure if I've discussed this one, but your thoughts on Elementor 1. Yeah, okay, I will talk about Elementor 1 while I'm installing all of this. So, okay, Elementor 1. I'm gonna make a video about it separately, separate video. But yeah, I think people were way too concerned with what it was. Because first of all, people were scared that their Pro subscription would upgrade to Elementor 1 because the pricing has changed. Here, if you go to pricing now, and you build for clients, if you are in the agency plan, people thought that they would have to upgrade or they would be forced to pay more. But that's not how Elementor has done it for many years. Like, I am still on a $200 per year plan because I bought it back in 2019 because I was early, and I'm still paying that. So I asked Elementor, and they said that you will not pay more if you were already on the agency plan, and the expert plan hasn't changed. So this is only for if you want to buy Elementor Pro right now and you want all of the features included, and you need more than 25 licenses, because the expert plan hasn't changed. This one has only become 1 cent more expensive. 1 cent. It was 16.99. You can look it up yourself with the time machine. You can go to the old website and then look it up. So this price has stayed the same. And this one was 33 before. Now with the launch offer, it's 37. It's gonna become 45. Okay, so it's definitely a price increase, because before this was 1,000 website license. That was the old agency plan. Now they don't have that plan anymore. So if you are an agency and you want to buy Elementor now and you want unlimited licenses, well, then you buy Elementor 1. It's not even that bad. Like if you have an agency and you buy 25 licenses first, that's already less than $1 per website per month. So if you don't want Elementor 1, you just buy another expert plan, but then you're already almost on this price. So after a few expert plans, you can just buy the one agency, and then you get the other products included. You get credits, you get AI, and this is going to become more and more valuable over time. So yeah, I mean, of course we don't like it when prices increase, but what hasn't increased in price in the world? And they're providing more value. It's not just like your rent from last month that went up and you're still in the same house. You know, they given you more. So I don't understand the panic around it. They're not disrespecting their old customers, and not all companies have done that. Not all WordPress companies are respecting their old customers, and that's what people sometimes forget. They call Elementor greedy, but there are a lot more greedier companies. They're also providing more, because if you buy another page builder, then you don't get image optimization with AI and an accessibility plugin and email deliverability, which is valuable. Soon, I don't know, another plugin, Manage. And of course, in the future, you know, AI is going to become really, really big. Not everybody likes AI today, but AI is going to become big, and we all know it. We all know it. It's going to happen anyways. Okay, so the theme, do I need a pro version for this website? No, maybe we can just try with the free version. Let's try. So settings. Which Elementor had a way to see what widgets and how many times it's being used on the website? Yes, you can disable them, but it's hard. Well, they have a feature for that. Literally, they literally have a feature for that. Look here. Where is it now? I don't know where they hide it. They changed the menu. Let me look it up for you. Here, Element Manager. Here, they're literally showing it here. How many widgets or which widget did you use? Oh wait, you can filter here at the top. Scan element usage. Here, I've used the heading 11 times on this website. And all of these widgets I haven't used, so you can just go in here and then deactivate unused elements. So you only have the widgets that you use on this website. Or if you don't want that one of your clients is using, I don't know, a more advanced widget, you can turn it off. Actually, I don't know if you can do that per role. Now I'm saying something, I'm not sure. No, that's probably just for the whole website. Okay, that was not a good example. What I mean is that if you know you're never going to use, I don't know, these WordPress widgets that are always here, I've never used them, then you can just turn them off from here. Yeah, let's do it. Why not? All plugins here, WordPress widgets. Just going to select all of them. How do I select all of them? Oh, hey, it does have that. Oh, hey, I didn't even know. So you can turn certain widgets off for your clients. You see that, but now I don't know how to select all of them. Maybe I'm not seeing it. Maybe you guys can tell me, but yeah. You've got mail. Okay, thank you. I will check it. Normally tell my clients to purchase a single plan. I'm not thinking anymore. Yeah, I mean, you can also do that, you know? But then your client has to pay more if they want all of these other features for Elementor 1. But you don't have to. You can just buy one license of Pro. You don't have to buy Elementor 1, you know? It's the element manager, not just Elementor widgets, but also Elementor widgets from the plugins. It's amazing. Help me optimize my site. Yeah, exactly. It's amazing. Offing them will speed up. Yeah, exactly. This will speed up the editor. So you can definitely do this if you figure out how to check all of them. How to deactivate just this list, I don't know. Maybe they should add a button here, but yeah, it's definitely possible. Okay, where was I? Here. So we have to go to V4 and activate it. And we have to be on 3.35, I think. Or not. Can we just do it with the current version? Okay, so now it should be on, but if you click here, it will create a new page for you, which I don't like. So I'm just going to go to Pages. So we have Elementor installed. We don't need accessibility now. We don't need this pop-up. Thank you, Elementor. Thank you. And already has created the page. Why? Hello, Elementor. I don't want that. Trash. You go to the trash. You go to the trash. And you too. I don't need you. Add page. And we're not going to use Gutenberg today. Not today. Oh. 2 times the pop-up? Come on, Gutenberg. I didn't ask for 2 pop-ups. Can publish it immediately because it's on localhost, so it doesn't matter. It's only on my computer. You guys cannot see this. Let's see. We're going to go in. You guys enjoying it so far? We literally haven't done anything. Just talking. And chatting. And drinking. Anyway, to get a lifetime license. Not with Elementor. There are page builders who offer that. So if budget is really important for you, maybe you're from a country where the economy is different, then there are other options. Divi has a lifetime. I think they still have. They have had it for a long time. Bricks has a lifetime. So anyways, do you also off reset? No. Oh, because okay. Oh, you can also do that. Yeah, there's so many ways to optimize, which I don't always do. Okay, so we're here. Here we can see the atomic elements. We should be fine now. It's in beta. So you can see. Pretty cool. So let's get started by just putting it on canvas. We're not going to create any header or something like that from now on. And now we're just going to switch to once can have a lifetime license if his life is short. Ah, why so depressive? Come on. That's not positive. Okay, so Figma. Let's go to Figma and check our design. What do we need in order to make this happen? Now we're starting. Okay, it's 41 minutes in. I know. So we have, well, obviously a box over here. And then, of course, 3 boxes over here. I'm not going to use wrapping right now. I'm just going to put 1 flex box around these 3. And then also 1 flex probably here. Or a normal div block. In Elementor V4, there are 2 ways to create boxes. Div block and the flex box, from what I understand right now, because I learned something last week, is that the div block is less heavy, but it also has less options for layout. So always try to start with the div block and then use the flex box if you cannot make it with the div block. Another thing which you should know, which I got a question about, is that if you just click over here, Flexbox or grid, it actually gives you the old V3 widget. V3 container. Here, look. If I just click on this, you're gonna get a traditional container, a V3 container. You can then, if you want, drag a Flexbox in there, because again, V3 and 4 widgets can coexist together. But this is not a V4 setup. A V4 setup, they just have to add a plus here for the V4, but it's just if you drag it from here onto the canvas here, then you get a pure V4 setup. Okay, that's something that I wanted to say. How are you doing? Pretty good. It's been busy. Been thinking a lot about AI this week, a lot about the future. But thank you for asking. Yeah, it's good. I'm in Thailand, Bangkok. I'm gonna go north to visit my friend Jeffrey in 2 weeks. Jeffrey from Lightbox, he lives also in Thailand. So I'm excited about that. Trying to keep my head cool right here. And yeah, just building stuff, you know. Invested in builderias. Yeah, I sometimes I buy software, or often I buy software, then I don't use it, so I try to buy less now. So yeah, okay, so we're having a div block. We're starting out with a div block. And then what did I say we needed? We needed 2 blocks inside of that. You can actually also turn the div block into a flex. Yeah. So if you drag in another div block, then you can go to here layout and you can put it on flex, which is a bit weird. Because now what is it exactly, right? We're having a div block, but we're also putting it on flex. So is it a flex box now? It is. But it says div block over here. Actually, now that I'm thinking about this, does that make sense? That we have 2 separate widgets? No. Why not just call it container? And then just choose in here what you want. That would be clean. Or am I missing something? If there are any developers in the chat, let me know. Speaking of AI, have you seen the Claude? Yes, I've seen it. I'm on Twitter. I love Twitter. It's crazy. It's crazy what's happening. I don't understand it yet. It's too developer-y for me. What I mean by that is too technical. And actually the founder of Claude Bot has said that if you're not technical, you should not use it because it's quite dangerous. It's so powerful. But you know, I see the potential of AI thinking for us so that we have to do less manual stuff. I mean, this live stream I'm learning V4, which is good, but we're going to a time where AI can generate the whole page, like what we already have seen in Lovable. It's just a matter of time before WordPress companies figure out a way to bring that experience inside of WordPress, which is perfect because then you have the best of both worlds. You have generation, so you don't have to do everything manually, and you have the control and the ecosystem of WordPress. That's going to be amazing. It's not here yet. But even in that situation, you would still need skills to edit. Oh, my camera lagging because I'm turning to black now. It's getting dark here. But even in that situation, you would still need skills to edit whatever the AI came up with. You know? Stop talking to me about AI. I spent 1,500 that stuff. Yeah. It's fully into, yes, I'm fully into it. I have realized that this is the future. The manual building stuff, it's over. Manually coding, it's over. That's one of the reasons why I think that page builders that go back to manually coding are a bad idea. Even though sometimes in very specific situations, coding is faster, hand coding. But it doesn't mean that it's not a step backwards, because the goal of technology is to make things easier and faster and to abstract complexity. Yeah, that's a mouthful. I'm working on a video about that. Elementor's trying to copy Webflow. Yeah, maybe. Webflow is definitely the one that started it first. Now people say like, oh, Elementor's copying bricks. It's like, no. First of all, Elementor has been working on this classes system, I think, longer than bricks even exist. I'm not exactly sure on that, but bricks, you could absolutely argue that bricks just copied Webflow, because bricks is pretty much just Webflow on WordPress. So yeah, I don't like it when people say that. There we go. So yeah, I think you're right with what you said. Elementor is more and more for pro users rather than... Yes, exactly. Actually, on Monday there will be a video live which is called What We Can Expect in Elementor V4, and there I make the point that WordPress as a platform is becoming more for pros. But I'm not going fast, okay? I'm not going fast. So what do we need? I was just distracted by this whole thing. What do we need? We need an outer div block, right? We have that right now, with some spacing left and right, and then we need an inner div block for the main container. What should we use there? Yeah, well, we just need 2. That's it. I think that will be enough. Okay? So I'm just gonna copy the color code from Figma. I have to constantly click for you guys to see Figma. So sometimes I just go to Figma, copy something quick, and then I come back. Okay, so then you know what's going on. We're gonna of course add a background here, and we're gonna dump the color in here, but that's not a good idea, actually. Does it do that without the hashtag? No, it does not. Elementor should fix this. I already said it before, but if you just drop the hex code in here, it doesn't work. You have to add the hashtag. But that's also not the best solution. You should, of course, add a variable. Okay? In this case, what are we calling it? Yeah, this website is just a test. So I'm just going to call it light1. I'm just going to put in that value, create. Okay, so now we have the background. Then at the top, we're gonna have a, wait, I'm gonna click in here so I don't have to drag. I think that works. If you click on the box first and then you click on the element, yeah, it will put it in that div block. You see? So we need a heading and a paragraph in this one. And then in this div block, oh, that should actually become a flex. We already know that. Oh, a flex, it's already a flex. We need 3 containers. So let's also use a div block. Let's try to just use div blocks here. Div. And then this first, oh, it's already on a horizontal. How did that happen? By default, it's not a column, is it? Block? Oh. Oh, so by default, flex right now is in row. I didn't know that. Interesting. Okay, let's quickly check the comments. Excited for what's coming. Hey. OJ, welcome to the stream, man. AI is good as long as you know what you're doing. Mindless AI coding is something simple that will be great. Yeah, I mean, okay, so the point that I'm trying to make in my new video is that AI is great for testing stuff. But maybe we will get to a point where the AI can also use the Elementor V4 widgets and then do it in a proper way. If that's the case, AI has already crossed a point of no return. Yes, exactly. It's increasingly be a trainer content generated by AI itself, not by humans. Did you hear? Yeah, of course I hear about that. Like it's the theory of the death of the internet, where AI is just going to be trained on AI. But you know, that's in my point of view, this is a simplified. It's not likely that that's going to happen, because content creators like me will put out new stuff anyways, and people know that we need new stuff, so there will be new stuff that's added. Scientists will still be scientists. We're not going to how do you say that? We're not going to outsource science to AI. AI will make scientific discoveries. We're going to get to that point, and that's awesome. But it's not that there will not be new content. Humans create, humans do things, and AI will use that. But yeah, some of the shit is not good. But you know, some of the shit that humans create is also shit. We're dealing with lots of shit in life. Okay? That's why ChatGPT 5 isn't significantly smarter than 5. Yeah, of course. Of course. It's always a few percent better, like the new iPhone, right? I'm very complicated with div block. Will you repeat, explain it? Okay. You forgot my comment. Yeah. Oh, I also forgot to without new content. Well, no. Yes, exactly. That's my point. That's what I'm saying. I also forgot to open the email. Are you still here? Patrick. It was Patrick, right? Are you still here, Patrick? I hope you are. Yeah. Okay. Oh, he sent me some screenshots. Let me download that. Okay, that's a good screenshot. Thank you. I'm gonna open it. Save to the downloads folder. Can I open this in the browser for you guys? Can I do that? Uh-oh. Oh, wait. Whoa, I didn't know that. You can actually just drag an image right inside of the box. Whoa, I was trying to show you guys an image. Oh, that's really cool. Look at that. That's a V4 thing. I don't think that was possible in V3. Was it? Here, look. Look what I did. I just drag it from my Finder straight into the editor. Didn't even upload it, but now it's uploaded to my website. Wait, that's awesome. Is that now in my media library? Yeah. Whoa, that's cool. I didn't know that. Hey, we're learning something every single time. But okay, let's take a look at what Patrick has sent us. Here, look. Look. Thank you, Patrick. This is really great. So Elementor V3.html, Elementor V4. Here you can see the difference with the same layout. Here, div, h2. In V4, only div, h2. Only one div. A div is a box, okay? So that's like a container or a div block. That's why it's called a div block, because in HTML, a div is a box. We're still running on code, right? So you can see clearly right here that the difference with V3 and V4 is big. I should use this. Okay, can I post this on social media, Patrick? I would really want to post this on social media. Are you giving me permission? Please? If you have more examples, Patrick, please email it to me, because I need these examples in my video. Same with headline. Okay. Let me know. I'm here supporting a pro creator. We unsub from that course guy. Course guy? What do you mean? What course guy? Wait, yeah. So I just dragged an image into the thing. Okay, we're gonna do that later when we create these boxes. Okay, this is cool. Okay, let's quickly go to Figma, and then Figma. Okay, so we're gonna have these texts, right? We're just gonna copy these texts, of course, and then we're gonna create these boxes. So let's do that. Our font is Boil by. We're not gonna fully perfectly set it up with the perfect system, but I will use the V4 controls, of course. So we have this text, it's 84, and then also 84 in line height with percentages. Let's try that. So we're gonna go to Elementor again, let's switch, yes. Browser, yes. So we're gonna put this text in here. That's gonna be the H2, it's just a section. And then we're gonna add a class here for H1. No, H2 actually, it's an H2. I just said it, Reno, come on. Pay attention. And 84, how much is that in RAM? 5.25 R. Oh, sorry, I'm putting it in the size. You have to put it in typography, font size here. And then R, you just type R. That's it. Font family is boily, but we need to add a variable for that. Otherwise we're gonna mess it up. So the name is heading. And then in here, we're gonna add the boily 1S, was it SC? Let's see in Figma, yeah, SC. That's it, create. So now it should adapt that font, yes. And then also the line heights. Let's do the line height here as well. Line height is gonna be 84%. It's a little bit small, but that's what I set it up in Figma. Yeah, let's just do it like this. That's it. And then our typography is just a little text. And that text should of course have the body style. And the body style should be another variable for the body so that we can use it everywhere. This is how it works. You create a variable and then, yeah, it's very nice because if you ever want to change the body font, you just go in here and it changes everywhere because this one is connected. It's a variable, this one, connected. These three bubbles, it's a variable connected inside of a class. That's how you should do it. I think so. And it's aligned at the bottom. That's it. And then there's lots of spacing because this text is not so wide. So how are we going to do that? Now we're inside of the class. We're going to go to local, of course. Otherwise, we will apply it to the body, to all of the bodies. We don't want that. So we're going to go to size. Let's see in Figma what I did over there. 425 pixels. But I don't want to use pixels. So how are we going to do that? I have no idea. Yeah, it has to be responsive anyways. Let's first try 425. And then this text, wait, there should also be space between these elements. Column. What's the space between those elements? Okay, in Figma, it is 125, so it's around 10 RAM. So let's do 10R. There we go. But this does not look good at all. We're having to use percentages anyway, so let's try it. Let's do 50%. No. I'm just gonna make it bigger until it looks like Figma. I think it's on 3 lines in Figma. Yeah, this is how it looks in Figma. Let's do a quick check. Here, Figma. See? There's a little ladder here in Figma. A little ladder, we go from wide to small. And also in the body text, we go from your, today. And now we go back to the browser. Here, your, today. So now it's pixel perfect, kind of, but we wanna have this whole page responsive, right? That's what we want. So we're just gonna create a new section over here because we need to add some spacing left and right. No, I'm sorry. Sorry, my friend's calling me. I am, exit in a live stream. Bel je later. Sorry, my Dutch friend's calling me. Okay. Is the camera still rolling? Because he's literally calling me on my phone. And I'm using my phone to record. Oh, Patrick is here. There's only one headline. Imagine what will come. Code will be much slower. Smaller. Smaller. Yeah, Patrick, smaller. Not slower. You can also drag and drop images directly into container in V4. At least, oh really? Oh, okay, so they added that later. Huh. You drop the workflow. Yeah, of course, but this is not a tutorial, guys. This is a live stream. We're just building it live, and I will, of course, make great tutorials. I'm planning to upgrade my course, okay? My Elementor course. That's a paid product. If you want like a super step-by-step system and you like my teaching style. Again, I'm not teaching now. If you like my teaching style on my YouTube, in my normal videos, then you can consider buying that course. So spacing here, we're gonna add some padding. I like to work with percentages, especially for the left and the right, not the top. On the top, we're actually gonna use 5 rem because I think in Figma I've used 80 pixels at the top. Yeah, 80 pixels. So that's 5 rem. Here, 5 rem at the bottom. So this is interesting, guys, what we're doing here. We're adding a class to the background container, or the div block, and so that I can use this everywhere. Look what I'm doing. Top, 5R. 5R is 80 pixels, because 1R is 16 pixels. Bottom 5R, right 5%, left 5%. So now, it should work perfectly. Oh, now our text also broke. Yeah, it really depends. Yeah, it's responsive. Wait. Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, the text, making this one responsive is very hard. You can never get the text exactly like Figma. Some people say pixel perfect response design is dead. Here. It should just look fine, okay? We're starting here. Of course, we haven't done tablet, so from here we're gonna go to tablet, but this is all looking good, right? It's all good so far. Now, how fast is the editor if we open it? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 seconds. That was not super fast. But hey, we're still in the V3 era as well. We have all of these widgets. So we can probably make it faster if we just turn off everything. You know what? Let's try. That's kind of a fun little exercise. Here. Let's try. By the way, Patrick, did you see my question? Okay, the stream is basically unwatchable. Really? Stream is fine. That's not a service. I have 1 GB speed. It's working here. Oh, guys, how is the internet? Am I still sharp? Can you guys still listen to me? Can you hear me clearly? Because somebody is saying that the stream is not performing. So here, we're gonna turn off all these elements because we want a fast editor. That's what we want. All plugins, all statuses. Let's do Elementor. Wait, can we see V4 here? Yeah, I don't know if we can see that. Oh, Elementor Pro. We can turn off everything from Elementor Pro for sure. Oh, Elementor only. WordPress widgets. All plugins. Do we see? Oh, they don't have. Okay, no, they haven't done that, which is a little bit annoying. So what we can do is just turn all of them off by adding all of the widgets right now to a container. That's the only way that this is possible. Yeah, it's a little bit of a workaround, but okay, let's see what you guys saying. Internet's good, no problem for me, no issue, it works for me, fine. Stream quality is good, okay. Very good quality. Okay, well, if weird why it's not working for that person then. Oh, we also have the tabs now. Oh, I didn't see that yet. That's cool. Okay, heading, we're gonna add a flex box. We're gonna add the tabs. This is gonna go crazy. We're gonna add a heading. Oh, wait, we already have a heading. We're gonna add an image. We're gonna add a paragraph. Oh, we already had a paragraph. We're gonna add a SVG. We're gonna add a button. We're gonna add a YouTube. Oh, YouTube. That's also the new one from V4. A divider. Okay, so now we've used all of these elements. Let's publish this crazy website. Wow, look at all of these containers. They still also haven't fixed or give us an option to remove the base value. This is not good. I'm gonna write this down. I'm gonna send this to Elementor. What was the other thing? V4 needed. What was the other feature that I just discussed with you guys? Okay, so base value. Base value is basically the default value you see. What was the other value? Or the other thing that I told that I talked about that they should add? I don't remember. Do you guys remember it? Yes, there isn't. Really? Okay, please let me know where. Scan use elements. There we go. So these are all the new ones. Tabs. Wait, we did use the tabs, right? Elementor Pro elements. Deactivate unused elements. Let's see. But the tabs are the new ones. I'm gonna put that one on. Let's see, save. Yeah. And then refresh the editor. Yeah, it's still a little bit slow, but okay, whatever. We're just gonna wait, but now we only have, oh, it's still showing these widgets. Huh? Wait, Command Shift R. What's going on here? I turn off these widgets. I don't want to see them anymore. Let's see the comments. What are you guys saying? Settings, layout settings. Settings, layout settings. Content, yeah, but that's a V3. That's V3. That's for the V3 containers. That's not for V4. We're having a new value in here. Look. Here, that value. Or do you think it's using the old site settings? Maybe it does. Okay. Let's delete this one. Delete. Okay, we're gonna add one more. Okay, let's add some content in here. So we're gonna go to Figma. What do we have? We have an image, but that image is positioned a bit weird sometimes. It's also overlapping the button a little bit, so we need to play with that. Also has a lot of white space in here as well, which is not great, but we can set that up in WordPress to make it fit. Interesting. But are these images the same height? Let's see, 345. No, they're not the same height. Okay, so we need to work with minimum height then. Unless we make these images exactly the same height. I don't like to work with minimum height, because that sometimes it creates problems sometimes for responsive. So I think I'm just gonna make them the same height. How are we gonna do that? Can I just, yeah, what is this the way to do it? Yeah, it's not perfect, but sometimes you gotta hack around a little bit, huh? So now they're all height. Yeah, now they're all the same height. No, still not. Oh, this one is already. Oh, shit. Huh? Okay, so we're going to go back one step. Huh? What am I doing? Was it going on both sides, maybe? Here, 4. Okay, now it's the same height. 3. Okay, 3, 5, 4. Great. Okay, so now we're gonna select all of them, export them as 3 layers separately. And then we're just gonna put them in the downloads folder. I'm gonna drag them to another folder, actually. You guys don't see that. Yeah. Okay. Great. So now we can go back to Elementor. Elementor. There we go. Hello from Malaysia. Nice. Malaysia, so beautiful. Okay. So now the images are the same height, which is perfect. I'm just gonna quickly copy text. So what do we need from Elementor, or from Figma actually? How are we gonna make this button, guys? I think it's the best if we just use an SVG. Yeah, because we don't have icons in Elementor anymore in V4. Not an icon library. And I want to use this specific icon, so I can of course export it as a whole circle. That's the easiest option. Yeah, why not? Why would I not do that? SVG, is there a downside? No, there's not. There's no downside. I just need to make sure that these two are mixed together as one. So can I still ungroup? No, not ungroup, flatten. No, also not flatten. I think this frame should first be outlined stroke. Wait, what was that trick? No. Wait. Converts to no. I don't remember, so I'm just gonna make 2 separate. I'm just gonna remake it quickly. I don't exactly remember. I did that a lot when I was doing UI Chemi. But not right now. I don't know why. Let's first make sure they're in the middle. And then this one, of course, has all the radius. And then, yeah, I'm just gonna now export it as one thing. Flatten. There we go. Stream is fine. Okay. Thanks, guys. Stream is fine. Okay, so now it's just one icon. This is very important if you're exporting SVGs that you make sure that it's one vector icon. Because as it's set up right here as an auto layout frame, then it's not actually using the background as a background. So that's why I remade it with a icon. Yeah, whatever. It's so much work for something so small. Okay. We're going to call that icon arrow 1. And then we're going to go back to Elementor. Browser, come on. Okay, can I now just drop that SVG in there? That would be crazy. So I have my Finder open. I'm just going to drag it. You guys then cannot see my Finder. I'm going to drag it in there. Let's see what happens. Okay, nothing happened. Okay, it didn't happen. But the images did. SVG here. This is the new SVG icon. Widget, I mean. Upload. Enable, yes. I'm gonna upload that icon, very small one, 1 kilobyte. There we go. Oh, is that the wrong color? Oh shit. No, it's not. I'm just, because we're needing a different background color for the box. I'll show you what I mean. So this box, our first box has a background, which we're calling light. Let's just keep it simple here. Blue light 1. I'm gonna put that color code in here with the hashtag. Oh, that was the thing that I wanted to tell Elementor, the hashtag. Hashtag color should work. If you forget the hashtag, it doesn't work, which is annoying. Here, see, now the icon shows up inside. Perfect. So now we need the image. Now let's drag it, okay? That would be cool. Which image do we need? The guy with the skateboard. I'm just gonna drag it in there. Why does it not work now? Wait. Huh? Maybe in an empty one. Okay, it doesn't work right now. Why did it work with your image that you sent me? Patrick. That's weird. It doesn't work. Okay. That's weird. Oh, it has uploaded it. Oh my god, I think it's here, but we don't see it. Okay, let me quickly refresh because there's a chance we're gonna have 10 images right now. It has uploaded it, but it didn't include it in Elementor. Did you guys see that? I think it was because unfiltered was not enabled. Oh. Yeah, but I did enable it, right? I don't know. No, okay, it didn't work. So what happened in our media browser now? Oh my god. We don't need that many. See you later. Select. There we go. Wait, it should be inside of this div block. And then we also need a heading in there. No, in there. Yes, the SVG should be at the top. There we go. The text is on the left. This image, this icon is on the right. So can we do that from here? We should have a text align right, or what is that setting? I knew it's from the old system. No, not this one. No. Size, no, not size. I think we need to turn it into... Wait, can we turn this SVG into a block? Okay, I don't understand how this works yet. No. This, no. This is in, okay, I don't know exactly. Can we like make it 100% white? What if we do it like that? Is that cheating? Yeah, but then the whole icon is gonna be, oh no, it's not. Like this. And then right aligned. No. Wait, what is the text? Is it not text align to the right? Okay, I don't know. In V3 we had a setting where you could just, because this was a div block. Oh, maybe because this needs to be a flex. And then like this. Align items. Yeah, then we have this one. But do we then also have an SVG option for that? Yeah, now we have it. And why is this text in the middle now? Did I put this in the middle? Yes, I did. Yeah, now, okay, now we have it. Okay, so this was interesting. I was a bit struggling there. It's still the same, but you just need to make sure that your div block is on flex, because in the normal block, you don't have that. That's why these things, I should have started with a flex box. Still don't understand what's the difference, but hey, now we have it. We needed this feature because all of the items are left aligned, but only this one should be right aligned. And this option does not show up if the outer box is not a flex box. You see? That was an interesting struggle. Hello from Portugal. Hello, Pedro. There's a big issue with off-canvas widget and Elementor when used off-canvas for mobile. Oh, okay. Well, hopefully they will fix that as well. There's also still a lot of issues with the new menu widget. I don't like it. Okay, let's tell this little boy a little bit. 24 and 110, okay. 24 and 110. Let's put in the text. Oh, no, that's the text code. Easy setup via mobile. And that's, yeah, what is it? Probably like an H4. So we're gonna have typography, we're gonna link it to the same heading. And then the font size is 24. So that's of course 1.5 R. And it's also, it should break because we want some space here on the left. So the size should not be too wide, but we're not going to put that on the H4 because that will be cheating. So we're going to do, yeah, what are we going to do? Yeah, we can just do another one. Card title. Yeah, it's a bit shit. Card 1 title. I don't like this. I don't like this name, but I just want to make sure that we also apply to the other ones, right? Or should we use a component here? No, probably not, because these images need different alignment. So this is a solution to do it. It's not perfectly pretty, but we need to make sure that this one breaks. Probably at 60%. Okay. So then the image. As we go to Figma, you'll see what I mean. Use display flex. Yeah, I have it now on flex. So the image is a little bit like up in this one, also here, a little bit down. So we're just gonna card. Let's also do a class here, and then we're gonna go to spacing, I guess. Unlink this one, -1R. Also at the bottom, -1R. There we go. That's good. So we can now use this class for the other cards as well. Let's also add that double hover, which I wanted. Oh wait, first the padding. What's the padding in this thing? Wait, that's the actual card itself. So card 1. So the color is on the local because we're gonna have a different color. And then the padding should be on the cards because we're gonna use that on all of them, right? And also the rounded corners. So that's how I'm thinking about this. Padding. Padding, there we go. 1.5 R. That looks good. Then we're also going to add it to come rounded corners. Border radius. Oh, okay. In the newest version of Elementor, we also have variables right here. In this version, not, because I'm not on the absolute newest version. So then you can also create variables for your rounded corners, whatever. But for now, we're just going to do, what is it in Figma? Huh? Oh, 40. 40 pixels. That can be pixels, that's fine. Because rounded corners are not that important for when people are changing font size, etc. I don't like the padding though. Should be a bit more. Let's try 2R. Yeah, that looks better. And now we're gonna add a hover to this card. That's what we want. Let's put it up a little bit. Up, up, up. Hello from Brazil, your content is excellent, thank you. I use it for my reference very often. By the way, Bali is excellent. I worked in Uluwatu for a couple of months on a project. Nice, yeah. Uluwatu is great. I haven't been there a lot, but it's beautiful over there. It's very beautiful, and it's being developed now as well. Like there's lots of like co-working space. My favorite co-working space is actually opening a huge location in Uluwatu, so I need to go there. So cool. Okay, that was a funny distraction. So we're having the hover where it just slowly moves up in the air. So that's going to be minus on the y-axis. Am I correct? Am I correct? I think I'm correct here. Yeah. 10 pixels. Okay. That's of course very static. So we also need to add, in the normal one, we need to add a transition of half a second. There we go. And now let's see if we can do a double hover. That's crazy. What is this little boy? It's the arrow. 1. Yeah. Doesn't have to be perfect. Don't obsess over these names, guys. If you are a coder, then you probably have all of these systems in your mind. They're like, oh, it has to have this specific name. And it's like, it needs to work for you. Okay? We're not going back to the old coding days where everything has to be excellent. AI is here. And that's pushing us in a direction where we let go a little bit of that ultimate perfection. It's fine. The names are fine. So now this arrow should rotate on the hover. I hope this is gonna work. Which one? Z. Let's do like 6. Let's see. Or no, let's do 8. 8. Shit, it doesn't work. Or is it like one of these ones? I don't think so. No. Maybe it's not in the preview here. Let's test it on the front. Yeah, see? It does work. Awesome. It just doesn't show it in the editor. Why not? It's also not enough. Wait, we need 45, do we not? Maybe because we're in a hover? In a hover in a hover? Let's try this. Huh. Refresh. What's happening? Come on, Elementor. Arrow, you need to go up, not rotate. No, I wanted to rotate. That was the fun. Like one is going up and one is rotating because it's already on an angle. So I wanted it to rotate, but what the hell is happening here? Let's give the editor a refresh. It's not showing my page. That's not good. Maybe it doesn't like it when I do a hover on a hover. But it did it. It did work for a few seconds. Huh. Oh, now it's working. See? I just had to give the editor a refresh. We have a hover on a hover right now. That's cool. But it's not. How many percentage of rotation do we need? Do we need to use math now? What is the rotation here? Yeah, 45. Oh. No, minus 45. No, it is 45. I'm like, huh? I set it up here. Why is it not working? Why is it not working? That is a bit weird. It's only animating when you hover over the image. For it to animate when you hover over the box on the hover pseudo class would need to be a container. What? Wait, what are you saying? It's only animating when you hover over the image. For it to animate when you hover the box, the hover pseudo class would need to be on the container. Yeah, you mean on top of it? Yeah, but it works right now. See, it's already it is on top. Oh, I see what you mean. Maybe it doesn't do it here, but then oh wait, but what if we do it? Okay, that's a good point. What if we add some Z index here? Where's the Z index? Yeah, where's the new Z index? And that's just the order. Flex size, no, that's the grow. Where's the new Z index? Am I not seeing it? Guys? Or is it just not here? No, this is not it. This is not it. Maybe in size? Let's see the comments. Maybe you guys know where. Transform, maybe in transform. I think it would still require manual CSS input because it would have to be something like, yeah, but we're not going to use manual CSS, eh? We're not going to use manual CSS. That's what I want to avoid at all cost. Because I'm not using Elementor because I want to write CSS. I know not everybody agrees. A origin Z, no. Perspective, children, perspective. Okay. This one I haven't seen yet. I don't know which one this is. Blend mode? No, not the blend mode. Opacity. Oh, we have a opacity one now. Backdrop filters transform? Nah, it's not. No. Oh shit, I just removed the rotate. Oh no, the rotate was in the hover. Oh my god, Reno. I don't know where it's at. The Z index. Maybe it's on his style. No. It's also not interactions. If somebody can point me in the right direction, then please let me know. Example, hover, avatars. Yeah, I mean, we got to rotate. Yes, only possible with custom CSS. No. Z-index has been here in Elementor for years. It should be in the V4 editor. It has been here. It should be here. We're just gonna continue like this. Maybe it just works just fine. Wait, where's my transform now? Oh, oh, here's the rotate. Okay. All right. Let's do 40 then. Huh? Oh, maybe it's not using degrees. That's why. Oh. Hey, I was just using another. Oh, that's why. Okay, it was using another value here. Look at that. No, but Z-index should be here, guys. It has been here for the longest time. Under the advanced tab of any widget, column, or layout within the layout or position section. Yeah, but there's no advanced tab anymore. We don't have an advanced tab anymore, guys. That's V3. There's no advanced tab in V4. We're using only V4 widgets in this build. I don't want to use any V3 widgets. I know where it is in V3. I use it all the time. But this is V4. Custom order now. If there's somebody here that knows where the Z-index has gone, then please let me know. Because I don't know where it is right now. Okay, this is starting to look really good. Let's go to the final page, but now I'm scared that it's not gonna load well, so I'm just gonna go here. Gets way too much stick from a user that says he's in a third of the element and not bad. Yeah, there are many people who are using or getting great scores with Elementor. But, you know, to be fair, if you're using like something like Gutenberg, like straight WordPress, it's probably faster. Or some page builders that are more optimized. But I think with V4, we're going to get a situation where we're going to get really close to the professional page builders like Bricks, where you can get 100 score. Position, Dennis is saying maybe, yeah. Okay, let's open this page and then see. We're actually already almost done. I just want to get it right. Yeah, it works. Amazing. That's cool. Okay, so now we're just going to make this one super smooth. Like seriously smooth. We're going to make it even smoother, like 5 or 7. 750. That will be buttery smooth. Look at this. Look at this. Give it a second. Refresh. Oh, there we go again. Come on, Elementor. We just want to see the front. It's not a hard thing. What the hell? Why is it doing that? I do not like that. Let's empty the cache. This should not happen. Some people say when they watch these lives, they say like, oh, I'm so happy that you're showing all of these things that go wrong because I think that I'm sometimes the person that does it wrong. But no, you're not. There's a lot that goes wrong with building a website. So you know, that's why, oh Lord, that's why I like these live streams, because they're real, they're raw. And it also goes wrong. It's just how it works. Layout tab, position, Z-index. Okay, let's try this. Did you try Claude? Yeah, of course. I love Claude. I love it. Command Shift R. Command Shift R. Yeah, I just did Command Shift R. It's lit. It's just not loading. What is going on here? Come on, Elementor. Let's also reload the editor. Yeah, I'm just showing it. Like, this is really what's happening, guys. So I'm not making it pretty. Not making it look better than what it is. We're having issues. It's part of the process. Preview the changes. Now, what is this? Okay, our arrow works, but it's just not showing. Elementor debugger. Like, this website is clean. Like, what's going on? And why is it not only showing the colors, but it is showing other types of styles. Here, this box should just have a background color. Like, what's the problem now? Where's there a box behind that? No, it should be this one. That's annoying. That's really annoying. Okay, well then we're just gonna stick to the editor. If it's not loading. I don't know what's going on. Let's make some progress here. This button class, arrow 1 also works. Okay, so now we're gonna, clean it up a little bit. Let's do these two div blocks, the main ones. We're gonna add some spacing in between. Spacing, no. No, not margin, also not this one, so we need flex. We need to turn this one into a flex. Often flex is what needs to happen. Let's do 3R. Yeah, that looks good. Okay. All right, let's start duplicating some stuff. Select image. But let's try it again to drag it from the browser or from the Finder. The second text is, let's try to dump it on top of it. Let's see what's happening. No, it's not working. Does this work? No. Okay, but it should, wait. I don't know what's happening. See, it did upload it. Whatever. Yeah, now it added one more. I didn't want that. This one. Yeah, the old structure works. The old way works fine. Just hope that I could drag it in. Blue light. No, wait. Unlink, clean up. Green light 1. 1. Oh, now it deletes it. There we go. And the last color. Pew, 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 pew. Wait, what was the other color name again? Light. Okay, I think this is part of the main colors. So I'm just gonna call it light 2 and then put that hex code in there. There we go. And now we're gonna make sure that there's some space in between. On Figma, this is like 16 pixels. So that means we're gonna go to gap and we're gonna go 1R. There we go. Now it should be fully responsive. Let's test it on the front end. Let's pray that the front end's finally gonna work. Made the front end work, please. Why is it taking so long? You rarely use a page. Okay, you're just gonna go to the final page. Yeah, I like it. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Let's do it. Prototype real page on a preview page. Okay, okay. Still feels big. Yeah, of course. It will take Elementor lots of time to catch up. But they don't want to become bricks, you know. Bricks is probably too technical. Okay, the preview page is not working, so we're just gonna go to the page. Oh shit, we have 2 pages here. Let's do a refresh here. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they don't want to become like bricks, because Elementor is a little bit less technical. It's becoming more technical, but what I've heard in an interview with them is that they are able to develop features a lot faster in a V4. So there's a chance that we're gonna get pro features rolled out pretty fast. Yeah, okay, so we're gonna go to the dashboard and let's clear. Wait, is there some plugin installed or something? No, only Elementor. So things should just work fine. Is there any crap in here? No, it's all fine. So let's clear the cache and let's see what's happening. Otherwise, I have no idea what is happening. I also had it last time. Maybe it's also the WordPress Studio problem. What do you guys think? What the problem is? Maybe I should convert it to live. Oh, that's something that I can try. Let's try that. Because then we know that WordPress Studio is the problem. I will, okay, I have an idea. If this doesn't work, I have an idea. Then we're gonna solve this shit. And then we're gonna check responsiveness. Oh, Patrick found a Z index. Very nice. Style, position. Okay. So Patrick, I'm gonna first check if the page works. And then we're gonna check that out, what you're saying. We're just gonna click on view. Hey, it works. Okay. Hey, you can say what you want, but this double hover is pretty cool. Look at that smoothness. Incredible. And let's check the responsiveness for now. Here, see, this all scales down perfectly. Actually, the images also. Also, it's not too bad on a mobile with these images and these arrows. Or sorry, on a tablet. So I think we can just keep it 3 columns, because 3 column layout is always pretty shit on a tablet. But this text should definitely change. Okay, now let's see what you guys are saying. Very nice, yeah. Looks great, thank you. It's a PHP caching problem in WordPress Studio. Oh, Dennis, thank you. So, how do we solve it, Dennis? At this point, not sure who they're aiming at. Okay, you know, for you, I would advise to watch one of my latest videos on my channel, because I made a video here. If you go to videos, here, Elementor's rebrand, are they leaving beginners behind? In this video, I'm going through the new website and I'm basically analyzing how they are positioning themselves. And it's very clear that they are now wanting to, here, I have the website open. They want to be viewed as an agency or as a pro tool. Here, you literally see agencies in the background here. Professional standard. See what I mean? Create professional website. We have found the word professional already 2 times. Here, agency. See? So they're clearly positioning themselves as more like an enterprise big tool. So I would say before they didn't really know who they wanted to target. And now it's becoming more clear. Okay, I love what we did so far, but we have to get back into the grind. Wait. Maybe you guys, oh, the Z index, we should do the Z index. But on the front end, is the, okay, let's check the arrow. If the arrow, where the arrow triggers it with my mouse. See, it doesn't trigger here. Yeah. So that one, what was her name? She was right. It doesn't work like this because the image is overlapping somehow, even though the image is on a lower layer. So let's now test Patrick's claim, because Patrick is claiming he has the answer. But Patrick often has the answer. So we're gonna check out what Patrick is saying. Style position. Style, let's close these panels. Position, yes, and then select any other option than static. It will appear. Oh, yeah, okay, but do I want... Oh, there's the Z index. Oh, so now we should learn what these means. Yeah, I already know what this one means, this one means, and this one means. But the relative one, I'm not so sure. I learned this like 10 years ago in design school, when I had to learn some basics of CSS, which I then gladly let go of. I never wanted to touch code again. Gives me so much headaches. I rather search in a no-code tool than having to look at code. Oh my goodness. That really gives me headaches. Some people love it. I don't. And I think Elementor has proven that there are a lot more people like me. Z index, yay! Let's put it on 9 and let's see if that solves the issue. Wait, we are in the class. So now all of the buttons should be updated automatically with this thing. Oh my goodness, we're having it again. Dennis, help me, please. I had it in MAMP too, look at the settings. Huh. WordPress. Okay, let's go to WordPress Studio. What settings, Dennis? There's literally nothing we can do here. There's nothing we can do. Edit the site. It will probably just bring me to, oh no, here, okay. Something, PHP. What are you saying, Dennis? Yeah, what's going on, Born? The website's not loading correctly. Is it bad to use WebP images as uploaded pictures? On one of my website, images keep breaking frequently. Also a bit dependent on plugin version compatibility, whereas other sites use JPEG. Oh, I don't know if WebP has guys, am I back? Am I back? The internet just disconnected. It literally went away, and I'm now on my 4G. Even though I don't have a lot of data, this is a problem because I'm in Thailand. Guys, am I back? Now it's okay. Okay. All right. I'm on my 4G, so this is interesting. If I don't know if this is gonna happen, but if this is gonna stay because my 4G is not a lot. I hope the connection is good enough. We're gonna see. I'm not happy with how this is turning out, but I think the internet just disconnected. Oh dear, so it's worth the money to use data. Yeah. Yeah, it's probably just a problem with WordPress Studio. This is not good. I thought that maybe that's it. Okay, you know what? You know what? I just want to fix like I'm not gonna do that in this stream. I'm gonna do that off stream because it's super boring. Okay, we're just gonna finish it here because we know it works. Okay, we're just gonna finish it here, and then the stream ends, and I will transfer the websites to the other local one, or InstaWP, or even Hostinger, so that we can continue because this is not working. But hey, it's going well. Let's just continue here. Okay, first of all, this text needs to be absolutely wider. This image as well. I'm gonna delete this one, and I'm actually gonna make it a bit bigger. I'm gonna cheat a little bit here. Yeah, we still haven't tested now if that hover, the Z index works. But hey, you know. Wait, let's go. I'm gonna look at the chat very soon, guys. Let me just quickly just add a (1), maybe (2). Pretty cool. (25). Yeah. But now we need a little bit of oh, that's pixels. Okay, what if we do 1R at the bottom? And wait, you know what? I can just use pixels here. This is fine here. Let's just do 12 pixels. Oh, not 12R, pixels. Also 12 pixels at the top. Yeah, this looks fine. This one definitely needs to be smaller, I feel like. 65. Let's do 45. 55. Yeah, I think it looks good on a tablet like this. Oh, we haven't even replaced the text. Let's see what happens. Uh-oh. But also we haven't changed the H4 size, typography size on a mobile. So we can do 1.25R to make it less. See what I mean? Maybe it should be positioned at the bottom, the text. That is also fine. It looks quite okay. Now for this column, we're of course gonna make it into a flex and then a column. And then we're gonna put it at the start, and that grade gap, we're just gonna remove it. Probably 1R should be fine. Yes. Beautiful. Images scale nicely. All good. Let's go to mobile. Oh yeah, the text of course here at the top is big. That H2 definitely needs a scaling. I'm not gonna do clamps right now, guys. I know I can do that. I know I should. 4.5R. Let's do 4. That's big enough. And then on a mobile, let's do 3R. And then this one should of course be white. 100%. And then this div block should of course be on a column, so that it's vertical. Amazing. So now hopefully we can do a test. Hopefully. And let me know also, oh shit, don't start that one up. Bye data, yes. Data has run out. Yeah, maybe if the stream goes offline again, then you know what's happening. So you don't see directly which breakpoint you're making the setting of the widget for? What? Directly, so you don't see directly which breakpoint you're making the setting of the widget for? What do you mean? Do you mean that, I don't know what you mean exactly, but if you mean that here, see? You see it over here. Local, desktop, 66%. 100% here, but it's 66% on a desktop. So also on a tablet, and then on a mobile 100. See, so that's pretty nice that you see that. Pretty nice. Do you think that building small business based on is a good way? Do you think that building small business based on creating pages? What do you mean? Are you saying like, is Elementor a good choice in 2026? For fluent typography, I love to use the client first or Fin suite using the fluid responsive. It's a very elegant solution. I haven't checked that out yet, Lex, but that sounds good. I really need a good system for this. Are you developing the element component or using it to make UI? Are you developing the Elementor component? I haven't used the component feature yet, if that's what you mean. Great. Well, New Year, same WordPress story. Yeah, the New Year doesn't solve anything. I want to answer some more in-depth questions soon, guys. I see some interesting ones in the chat about limiting yourself by not knowing CSS. You cut right when you started talking about WebP breaking. Could it be caused by multiple caching? I don't know. I don't know what's happening. I don't know what's happening, guys. Sorry, I can't find it. Okay. I'm gonna answer some questions soon because we're almost done. I'm just worried about AI. I'm gonna talk a little bit about AI because I've been thinking a lot about it. Okay, we are literally done right now. We just need to test it. Let's just do it right here. Here, it's fully responsive, beautiful, all the way from here. You can also test it here. Look. Oh no, this one doesn't have the responsive settings. But hey, this all works. It scales beautifully. Not fluid typography, but kind of. Then tablet mode. Yeah, this one doesn't really. It's not a truly responsive settings checker. So let's give this one a good refresh. And then let's do another empty of the cache. And let's see if it works now. Pages. View. Let's hope. No, it's not working. That's annoying. Really annoying. Yeah, we cannot really test it right now. But I know I set it up quite well. We can see it in here already, right? This is all good. And then the moment it goes to tablet, so 3 columns, these texts are also fine. And then it just goes to mobile. The only, maybe on a tablet, these things will become a little bit too small. But I'm not so worried about that. Now, unfortunately, I cannot test it. It's not perfect because it's probably some caching problem, guys. So let's just end this stream with answering some questions. If you guys have some interesting questions, then let me know. Drop them in the live chat. And then I'm gonna stop soon because I want to keep this stream short. Remember, it's already 2 hours. I hope it's not the stream. Is it still the same link, by the way? The stream. I really hope it didn't break it up in 2 parts. Okay, no, I think it's still the same stream. Okay, let's go to the questions. Install Lightspeed cache. Yeah, but that's another cache layer on top of it, right? Okay, so drop your questions in there. I'm going to scroll back a little bit in the chat to see, because this was an interesting question from Gabrielle. Don't you feel like you're limiting yourself by not knowing basic CSS to create more advanced designs instead of relying on tweaks and options Elementor provides? I mean, if you're seeing the websites that I was able to create with Elementor, like, I don't know, but I haven't seen a lot of websites in WordPress itself that I can't recreate. You can almost do everything. And a good design is also not always like super custom. Like, what is CSS? CSS is just a styling language. And you have almost all of the controls inside of Elementor. So then why would you write it yourself? Especially now, in the time where AI is becoming so good at writing front-end code. Front-end code is not hard for an AI. What is hard are things like, you know, backend systems, security, data migrations. That's hard. But front-end, like, this is what I mean. You use WordPress because you don't want to directly do things in the database. WordPress is already a layer on top of a database so that you don't have to go in the database yourself. And then a page builder is a way to manipulate HTML, CSS. So that's the reason. The fact that you don't see the code is the reason why it got popular. Like, think about it. Back in 2010, the only way to create WordPress websites, or even 2000 later, like, what was it? 13, 14? The only way to create custom designs was to customize a theme with custom code. And then Divi came around, and Divi was kind of like in the middle. They were adding some modules to the editing page, which then allowed you to manipulate the front end. And then Elementor said, we don't need the editing page, come straight to the front end. Front end, it's still the editing page, but it looks like the front end. Because you just get a panel with widgets. You're literally, what you see is what you get. And that became massively popular because we don't like to see the code. And of course, the developers that love code, they don't like that because they want the ultimate control. But like, what has happened and why 13% of the web right now is Elementor, 21 million websites, is because the average person could make a website. And again, this is what technology does. It allows access to things that weren't accessible before. This is a pattern in history, you know, so we're not going back. We're not going back. If you're still wanting to learn CSS in 2026, I would say you're wasting your time. Why would you do that? You know where it's going. We're all moving towards generated stuff. Like this whole interface, what we're doing here, that's already like, that was already an improvement. And now we're going to an even crazier time where the AI does a lot of the work, so we don't have to click that much inside of Elementor, because maybe in a few years from now, we just give this screenshot of this design that we just had, we give it to Elementor, we say like, hey, can you make this? And Elementor will be like, yeah, I understand what you want, there's a heading here, I see an image, a custom icon, maybe it will ask you some questions like, hey, do you have some resources? And it will just build it. That's what's gonna happen. I mean, that's what I think is gonna happen. Because it's the next evolution after the interface. And we're still gonna have the interface because we want that control. It's not like Lovable, where we just give away all control. But even Lovable and Cursor are now giving you an editing panel. And so the future is gonna be prompt first, then editing, but not code first. That's a step back. So that's my view on it. And that's why I strongly believe that it's not a smart idea to learn front-end code in 2026. It's just one part that developers still want to do, but you know, WordPress and page builders are already like an abstraction. So yeah, I will explain more about that in another video, because I need visuals to explain this concept. But I hope I gave you some insight in the way that I think about this and why I avoid the code, because there's a good reason behind it. Even though sometimes I know that code can be faster. Are there bench? Yeah, not yet, because it's literally a few days out. Like I'm doing these live streams. It's super new, so probably not. Who remembers WP Bakery and has lost the majority of their hair? Their hair? What do you mean with hair? One of the benefits of knowing CSS when AI, even when it is being able to debug issues fast and iterate more efficiently. I don't know. I don't know if you can debug faster. I mean, I'm learning V4. You cannot judge this stream and then say like, hey, it's slower to use Elementor. No, because now I know where the Z index is. So now I don't ever have to look for it anymore. It's just like, I know where it is right now. It's in layout and in position and in relative. It's just a few clicks. And like, what kind of issues are you talking about? The issues that we have in WordPress are not front-end related. Well, I mean, sometimes. But you also have that problem with code, because you don't always know all of the code. This is kind of like a myth that the developers believe about themselves, that they, first of all, write the perfect code, but also always know the best solution. Like, they're also learning. And so they have this, many developers have this feeling of superiority over no-coders because they know the raw code. And I understand it. It's cool. But it's not necessarily better. Elementor also just writes CSS for you. I love learning CSS and wasting time, so I'm good. I love the latest CSS support. Listen, if you like writing code, sure. But it's becoming less relevant. I'm sorry to say this, but it's just the way it is. Like I said, in 2012, we needed all of these developers to customize themes. There was a lot of money that went there. Now, designers like me can also build a website. Some things maybe take a bit longer, but now that I'm becoming faster. In V3 I was pretty fast because I know where everything is. I'm still learning V4, but like we already have seen in the market that a lot of tech companies are laying off developers because we don't need that many people anymore to do the same job. And there's also been some, how do you say it? Some how do you say that? Backlash of like that that companies went a little bit too enthusiastic with firing people. So we definitely need developers, but for simple websites or simple to medium complexity websites, you don't really need code. Elementor is the perfect proof. And not that nobody in Elementor uses custom code, but most people don't do that. And it doesn't do it right all the, of course, in the same way as the developers. But yeah, AI still makes mistakes, but AI is becoming really, really good. And you see that. If you spend time on Twitter, you will see that the top developers in the field are saying like, wow, it's almost making no mistakes anymore. It's crazy. I'm using Claude Code mainly right now, almost no coding anymore. It's insane what type of design application you can make. Yes, exactly, Leon. This is what I've been seeing on the internet. This is not my opinion. It's like, of course, there's some opinion in what I'm saying, but like, I don't talk for developers. I just tell you what I see other developers say, and they're saying it's getting scary good, and this is uncomfortable. Especially when you've been making your money with that for many years. But hey, look, the same thing is happening to designers. We don't have it right now, but think about this. What's gonna happen in 1 or 2 years from now when Elementor or DV and all these page builders, they figure out a way to generate a whole design? Can you still charge your clients 20 hours for that? Think about it. Are you still gonna put 20 hours there? When your client knows it's 1 hour by just prompting. Maybe you still need to make some changes, make it better. But this is also changing for designers. The whole industry is changing. It's changing for developers, it's changing for designers, so we should redefine our value. And that's interesting. That's what we should talk about. That's why I'm working on videos like this. Because you know what's the benefit about AI? We can also do more. We can also generate copy. I'm actually thinking about doing a live stream with a friend of mine that has a system where he is using AI to generate copy for clients. 5 years ago, nobody was offering copywriting to clients. Most designers were not, and developers, because we're not copywriters, but ChatGPT is. So you can offer copy. You can offer image generation right now because it has been incredibly good. So we can offer more. We can even start to make web apps. Custom web apps for clients. And we're not going to make the next banking app with vibe coding. You have to watch out. I understand the risks. but to deny the quality that AI is going to be able to put out and is already putting out is not a smart idea. You have to think about adapting, because fighting it's not smart. I love to use AI to get 80% there. Yes. Yeah, and that's going to be the same in Elementor. You know, if they figure out the generation, it's going to be the same. It will probably get it 80% right, but that 80% is a huge time save. Huge time save. I have to disagree with you to a certain point. Sure, learning it to a point where you can write it all yourself from start to finish is pointless. Yes. If you're going to use AI, then you need to know the basics. Yeah, but why? Why, if Elementor figured out a way to generate the V4 widgets, and it generates a whole layout, and I can make a whole website with that. I can connect it to ACF. I can make a whole dynamic website that I can deliver to my website, to my client. Why would I ever touch CSS? There's no need for it. Again, for small to medium-sized projects. For super big custom stuff, yeah. And that's where developers should go. They should move up. They should fix the stuff that no-coders make. Because sometimes it breaks. Not always. There have been guys, you should spend time on Twitter. It's so interesting. There are guys right now that have no coding experience and they're literally selling web apps. They're having a web app agency. These guys are making tons of money. And sometimes when they run into an issue, then they hire a developer. But for the stuff that we're doing here on my channel, making small to medium-sized websites, it is absolutely not needed. So keyframe creation, give me a new argument. I have to go, unfortunately. Patrick, it was nice. Thank you for the help. This was really nice that you were here. Vibe code is the future. Yeah. It's a way of working, really, where you have to think out concepts really good. Yeah. Yeah. It helps guide the AI way better and faster if you understand the basics. Yeah, but... Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Is it still connected? Uh-oh. Are you guys still hearing me? Yeah, I think you are. What's happening to my camera? My iPhone. Okay. What's happening to the iPhone? Are you guys still hearing me? Shit. Let me know if you guys still hear me. This is weird. iPhone. Yeah, I allow. What the hell? No. What the hell? iPhone. Okay, there's an issue again. Are you guys still hearing me? Yeah, we can hear you. Okay. Why is my iPhone not connecting? Good Lord. Good time to end it. Yeah, maybe I should end it. Why is it not working? Oh, come on, guys. This is so annoying. iPhone Venrino. Wait, let me just headphones. Are you connecting a pair of headphones? No, I'm not. Another device. Let me unplug stuff. Nah, this is so stupid. Long life tag. Yeah, exactly. Nah, why can I also not find my older camera? Nah, this is not fun. Wait, maybe switch to another scene? Oh, I have an idea. What if I just do it like this? And then I just open QuickTime. QuickTime Player. No, in here. QuickTime Player. And then new movie. And then FaceTime. Yeah, this works. Okay, wait, I'm here, wait. Now we're gonna switch this one to QuickTime Player. Hey, I fixed it. I'm using the other webcam now. Okay. All right. Let's answer a few more questions, then we're gonna go. That was an interesting discussion, but bank caps. Oh, and Reno, let me tell you, bank caps are made with LLMs right now. I don't know about that, guys. Seeing all these Twitter posts selling AI apps is insane. Yeah, it's insane. It's insane what's happening. And it's probably also a lot of exaggeration. But I made a whole web app myself using AI. I didn't write 0 lines of code. Like this was unthinkable of. So of course what's gonna happen is it's gonna happen the same to page builders. If I would have the resources, if I would have a company, if I would have developers, that's what I will be focusing on. Purely generation inside of the builder. Really good ones, like what you can do with Lovable. That's really valuable because it's gonna save so much time for people. So much time. Loading times, etc. I know what AI did if it breaks. What are the best ways to get website leads? Yeah, that's a topic for another day. I'm not happy with Elementor's header builder. It's still buggy, especially building mega menus. The header builder should definitely be improved. The menu is not great. I agree. Yes, I am doing my web design. Actually, this year I'm picking it up. I haven't done a lot last year, but I'm realizing that I should do projects really to be a better teacher. So, it's not about learning everything about CSS or becoming massive. No, the basics also help you. Yeah, I mean, sure, but like I know the basics of CSS because I understand how the web works. I understand the relationship between HTML and CSS. I understand that the editing panel inside of Elementor is just influencing the CSS. I sometimes check out the code. So I understand these concepts, right? That's why I am able to be an effective vibe coder. That's why I was able to design my whole web app. Also because I have UI experience. Let me show you. Actually, that's also why I'm effective at so brain freeze. Why I'm effective in Elementor, because I understand how the web works. Here, I made this whole web app. It's amazing. Without writing any line of code, it creates color palettes. It has a whole typography scaler built in, which works. The preview here, updates on the right. You can preview fonts. It's incredibly cool. This is all possible. I even made a whole Figma plugin. Here. I made a Figma plugin. This is all done with AI. There's not one line that I've written. This is amazing. So I know the basics. Because I know how the web works, but I don't have to be updated on the latest CSS stuff. So you can also learn the basics of development by using Elementor and by getting more experienced, but you don't have to actually write the code. That's my point. Anymore for most stuff, okay? Not for some stuff, some advanced stuff. Okay, let's go back to the comments. The problem with Elementor is that it isn't writing the language of web design. Yeah, but they're solving that with Elementor V4. They are now super clean because they're stopping all of these predefined widgets with all of these options. So Elementor is going to become a lot like the more professional builders, like Bricks and Webflow. Okay. I've already removed the need for advertising agencies. I have an AI integrated platform where users can run campaigns and AI monitor, optimize, and ensure. Wow, that's amazing. I mean, advertising agencies have a problem. There's so many advertising agencies that have a problem. Our industry is shaking, guys. It's shaking. You really have to think smart and not just deny it. Have to go. Thanks for that. Excellent as always. Nice. Thank you. Thank you. Is if already available free version? Yes. I literally, my website right now is built with the free version. And it's V4. Okay. To be honest, I prefer this camera angle. No, this one's nicer. You can see my laundry over there. Come on. That's not good. Okay, guys. A few more questions and then we're going to go. I think as a service provider, transparency about AI is important. Yeah, I mean, I think you should tell your clients that you're using AI. Because imagine if you're not doing that, and then your clients is like, well, why are you not using AI? Or why should I not do it myself with AI? You need to be better at AI than your clients. AI is only going to replace you if you don't use it. It's not going to replace you if you do use it. It's going to change the whole process. We can iterate a lot faster. We can try new things. That's the power of it. We don't have to do everything manually anymore. That's the big shift. It's not about replacing. Like, forget about replacing. It's here to help you test different ideas really quick, almost for free. That's amazing. Can we use V4 for our live sites? Yes, Elementor says it since a week now. Do I recommend it? No. I would wait until the full version is out. It's still in beta. Because there's still some things that are not here. When is the next stream? I want to send you my WordPress snippets for viewport with display and clamp generator. Well, the next stream is next week, but I already have planned a few streams, so I'm not sure if that's what the topic is going to be about, but you can absolutely email me, as always. I found our last conversation very interesting. You can definitely send me something, and maybe I get inspired and I turn it into a live stream. So yeah, that's it. And I want to do a live stream about Lovable soon. I want to test where it's at with the database. I want to do a live stream with my friends about AI, using AI for copywriting for clients. And I want to do a live stream with someone from Elementor. It's going to be interesting, but I don't know yet if that's going to happen. So we'll see. I have enough ideas. You can always send me ideas via email, and then I will consider it. Okay, guys, I think that's the end. Thank you for watching. Sorry for the camera problems and the issues that I have been having. And then I'm gonna see you in the next live stream. Thank you guys, and see you later.